Greatness to become great. He always upgraded his game and his business savvy. Michael Jordan ain't got to worry about ever being broke any day of his life, nor his children. Why? Because he connected with good people. Listen, I am one of the godfathers of Bishop Jakes, and the one thing about it, I remember of Bishop before he left the city of West Virginia, the city of Charleston, I'm sorry, is that Bishop didn't become who he was overnight.
That's right.
See, people just see, you know, the Potter's House, people just see the Mega Fest, but they don't remember the back in the day when Bishop didn't had a car with no floorboard. And they parked his car 3 blocks down from the church he was preaching at and walked him to the church. Why? Because the people was embarrassed of his car. A sad thing, but it was through, like I said before, meekness and humility that got him to be where he was. And the reason he got to be who he was is because he was connected to the right people.
All right.
The greatest man of God that I've ever known, the late Bishop Quando L. Wilson, was a great apostolic teacher, great mentor to thousands. I think he would turn over in his grave if he found out what Bishop, what is it? I just slipped my name. Carlton Pearson's doing now. Because Bishop Carlton Pearson wouldn't have been Bishop Carlton Pearson without Bishop Wilson. And see, you got to, I said this yesterday, I feel sorry when folks get elevated and they forget where they came from.
All right, that's right.
Never forget where you came. Oh my goodness, if you don't remember anything, please remember this. Never forget where you came from.
All right, man, all right.
If you remember back in the day when you used to eat sugar sandwiches, remember that. Put a picture of that. Sugar sandwiches. Y'all had that wood burning stove, you put the bread on top, wait till it gets hard, then you put the sugar on it, and have yourself a nice little snack. Remember back in those days when you had the old bass drum and a piano that only had one note. That was a note. You think you can play me? Remember those days, because when you're sitting in the cathedral, overseer, then you're going to be thankful for those days.
That's right.
And you will never become or get the big head about what God has blessed you with. Everybody thinks because you get a ring and you get a cross and you get a cassock, a cincture, a rochet, and the shamir and the crozier and the mitre, you think because you get all those garments that you've now arrived. No, you just really got into battle.
That's right. Absolutely right.
You just got fitted for your armor.
All right, man.
Because yes, they might look majestic, but you got ammo right there ready to go out there and fight all kinds of folks.
Yes. That's the Lord.
You got to fight demons that you might not have been prepared for, but you still have to be ready for.
That's right.
I was so content about that message yesterday about a POW, a prisoner of war. Because we got to learn how to start taking these people in and capturing them and converting them. The only thing I like about John McCain is his story about when he was a POW. Because the thing about being a POW is that you are tortured and then you are drained of information that could either lead to an advantage or bring about a balance of power in warfare. So just think, if we converted all these atheists, all these Jehovah's Witnesses, what kind of effect would they have on their same people they just came out of? The greatest witnesses are those that got the X before their title. An ex-prostitute, ex-whoreman, an ex-adulterer. They will make some of the greatest preachers, some of the greatest leaders, because they took their craft and just upgraded it. Took all the filth off. Y'all know how that show Pimp My Ride?
Oh, yeah.
They take those old raggedy cars, fold them and fix them up nice. That's what converting is. The evidence of a POW is that you can go out into the hedges and highways and you can compel them to come in. That's the short version of it. We'll get the long version some other time. Because of the fact that I'm a prisoner of war. You're a prisoner of war. You're a prisoner of war. You're a prisoner of war. Because you once was lost in sin. But Jesus took you in. He picks you up. My God, I feel like preaching right there. He turns you around. He placed your feet on solid ground. He gave you a new song to sing.
All right, now, all right.
Gave you a renewed thought life.
Thank you, Jesus.
The Bible declares and tells us that be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed. You remember the movie Transformers?
All right.
They had helicopters and cars and everything. But one thing about it is a helicopter can only fly. A car can only drive. But when it turned into a robot, then he could fight and maneuver. Gave it more jurisdiction, gave it more abilities. So it's time for you to change your way of thinking. Can the church say amen?
Amen.
Amen. Thank God. 2 points and then I'm sitting down. Watch this. You all know the phrase, to know me is to love me. I want to lift this new thought to you. To think it is to become it. I think, therefore I am. The Bible tells us to think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, as is some strange things happening to you.
That's the word.
Grandmama used to holler up on Sunday mornings when I think of the goodness of Jesus.
All right.
Everything he's done for me. To think of something is to become it. If I think that I can become a successful ministry, I will become it because I will think, and therefore I will put action into my thinking. And when I put action to my thinking, I shall walk in the manifestation after the process is finished.
All right.
Process comes with tribulations and patience, but process brings about manifestation. Manifestation brings about promise and fulfillment of promise, because a thought is just a promise. Why is a thought just a promise? It's because if you think it's a figment of your thought process that now can show itself like a blueprint.